welcome to this new vlog. If you're new here, my name is Adielle and I'm taking you on a travel vlog. As you can see, I was sitting in the train. I just entered and I was tired and it was in the night, so we slept. I slept like a sack of potatoes. So on this vlog, we are going to Poland by train. It's not that we couldn't fly, but flying was no more different um than going by train. And besides, we had more to do than just going to Poland. So I'll take you with me, explaining to you how we enjoyed the trip, what we did, the many things we experienced through our travel. I kid you not, the trip was so fun. It was really filled with fun, and I tried to just really incorporate you, take you with me, show you everything. So don't be surprised if you see parts of the trains, like here. We were sitting on the wagon 7 on the ICE, and it was not far. I should have taken a tea right here. I could have, but I didn't. Maybe because I was just waking up. I was tired. I was not sleepy anymore, but there was nothing else to do than to explore the train, to show you everything. So then we arrived at in Berlin later on. So this part of the travel was Mannheim. From Berlin, we were supposed to change from Berlin Hauptbahnhof to Berlin Gesundbrunnen. So I will let you have a little bit, time to enjoy the images, the time we spent, and leave a comment. Like, have you already done a long journey like this? This is not my first train journey, and this is not even the longest, and I can go even over. So I hope maybe next year I'm going to take you for maybe a 80-hour train train ride, maybe through Europe, maybe from Europe to Asia. I don't know, but I know I'm capable of that. Okay, I will stop whining in your ears and let you enjoy a bit before I come back again. We are in Berlin right now. We left Mannheim yesterday night after so much trouble, but we're gonna look for something to eat or some things for the day, and then we are heading to dance. Dancing, yeah. Have eaten and they are KO. Ouais. Bonjour madame, c'est qui ici là? Présentez-vous s'il vous plaît.
Perturbation de sommeil.
Je suis honnête là, j'ai regardé les activités à la dernière minute. Et c'est Christelle.
J'ai fait ma valise. Et je sais pas où on part, mais on part quelque part.
C'est ça.
Les activités, on est pour faire des activités.
Puis on n'a même pas décidé. Me voici ici là, j'ai booké tout. Bon, c'est un petit mensonge.
C'est
un petit mensonge. J'ai pas booké tout. I didn't book everything. I booked the hotels. Ouais. Belly full. We were eager to start the journey. So right now we are in the train to Poznan. To go to Gdansk, we didn't have a direct train, so we are going to change in Poznan. And this is what happened here. You know, we are not seated where we are supposed to be seated. Right now in this frame, I'm sitting alone in the compartment because the girls went back to their compartment. The thing is, when we entered the train, the ICC or the ITC to Poznan, we had assigned seats, but we were not assigned in the same compartment, so we wanted to sit together to enjoy the trip. So we decided dumbly I'm saying dumbly because it's later on that we realized we made a mistake. We should have gone to the girls compartment, and I would have asked someone when they came if they wanted to change place with me if it was a single person. That's just something we did when we were going to Warsaw, but I will tell you that story for Warsaw on another vlog. This time is direction Poznan and then Gdansk. So we sat, we ate together, we just ate together, as you saw in the last in some last frames. We're happy until we reached a certain point and there was a family that reserved. There were 3. So first they didn't speak the same language, they didn't speak English, so we couldn't explain to them. The girl that took my place was actually a German and she understood English and she was okay with changing place with me. Then the family came, they wanted their places, so the girl went to their compartment and I was alone, and I spent half of the trip alone. I think I was listening to a book. That's normal for me. If I'm not sleeping, then I'm definitely watching, listening to something, not even watching, listening to something or reading. So by this time we have arrived in Poznan and we are changing. We only had 6 minutes to change it was not that long, because where the train stopped and where we're going, as you are going to see in the video, well, it was not that far away. The train was already there, it was waiting for us, but in this train we didn't have assigned place. One thing I regret a bit is not showing you the train we took from Berlin Gesundbrunnen to Poznan. That's I remember when we were already outside the train that I could have taken, the inside, how the train is. The same thing I did for the ICE, but some of you who are living in Germany, you already know how ICE looks from the inside. So we were seated in compartment. I saw in another video that you had open compartment like in the IC, but we, on our trip, we were only seated in compartment, so I didn't really see that. So we are now heading to Gdansk, and the next train is not even a Polish train, it's a Czech train coming from Prague and going to Gdynia. Gdynia is a city that's not far away from Gdansk. So we entered the train. It was full, but by the grace of God we found 3 places, because we were 3. We found 3 places, and the people there were really so helpful. They helped the girl to put their luggage on the on the overhead. Mine was too big, so it was we left it. We tried to create space for people to pass, but it was in the alley. And yes, that's how that part of the trip went. So let me come back to what I promised at the end of that last video, when I said to you I needed to tell you the story how we almost missed our ICE train from Mannheim to Berlin. So what happened is, on that fateful morning when we woke up, Chris still had her hair to do. I still had my luggage to do. So the day went by and we tried to do all those things, and by the time we were ready to go, we had already decided during the day that we were going to take the Uber. So I checked how much it was supposed to cost, because I had already used Uber in the night, and it was quite how would you say it, affordable. It was affordable. So I thought, I didn't even think twice. I told Chris, we are going to then take Uber, because the other one you have to walk long, then take a train, and if you are not ready, that will not be easy. So by 1 a.m. or shortly before 1 a.m. I checked Uber, and guess what Uber is telling me? The trip that was supposed to cost under 20 euro is costing around 50 euros. So I'm a bit stressed. I'm asking myself what is happening, and I did the mistake of saying, okay, maybe it's English, and I'll just go out of Uber and come back inside. Guys, that happens. And Uber actualized the price. Uber didn't actualize the price, so I was already a bit jumpy. I went downstairs with my luggage and then I was already fretting. I was praying and stressing, like, Chris, why are you? Come down. But I couldn't shout because I was already down, and our where we live, it's really calm. So even if I was talking, people were going to hear, because I know my voice. So by that time I was checking Uber was not changing. I was waiting because I was looking at my time. It was 1:15, and I was already like, you know what, I'm not going to miss this. In my head, I'm already in holidays. Nothing should come between me and my holiday, And then I was praying. She comes down, and I tell her, Uber is still telling us it's 50 euros. What are you saying? There is taxi, but I'm not sure taxi is going to be less expensive than Uber. So what are we going to do? Then I check again, and I see on Uber that the taxi, the time it's going to pick us is half past 1, and we were supposed to travel. The train was leaving at 1:47, and I was like, you know what, even if we take that, even if we wait for the Uber, we are not going to reach that train, and I'm not going to be late. And I was not counting on the band to be late, because they didn't told us there was going to be delay. So I told her, we need to find a taxi. So I started looking around, and I guess I was praying in my heart. Then I saw this taxi. As a dynamic girl as I am, I just run ahead and held out the taxi and told him, please, you know how you want to stop the taxi with your hand to... Yes, he stopped. And I asked him, how much does it cost for us from here to Mannheim, Hauptbahnhof? And he told around 20-25. And so I just called her, come, there's a taxi for us, come quickly. That's how we got in the taxi. We arrived on time, because by that time it was 1:20 or maybe 1:22. I don't think it was 25. Maybe, but it happened so quickly. It was really a quick prayer answer, because where we live, it's not a place where you are supposed to see so much taxi at 1 a.m. So it was really the grace of God. So he took us and he brought us to the Mannheim Hauptbahnhof. We arrived there. We reached our track on time. But that's where the thing gets interesting. We waited for at least, we were supposed to just wait, I think, for 5 minutes or maybe 10 minutes something. But the train was not coming. We are waiting, it's not coming, and they are not saying anything. By the time the train was late, 2 minutes, they told us the train will have a delay of 10 minutes or 15 minutes. I don't quite remember how much, but I know it was late. And then they later on say it's going to have 25 minutes. We were just like that. I was like, if I knew that, I wouldn't have stressed myself calling taxi and be stressing over Uber and so on. And I was saying, last year, I travel a lot with the bahn. So I know they had this update that would tell you on time. That wasn't not even last year. That's already 4 to 5 years ago that they started doing that, or 3 years ago that they started giving you, instant information. And I don't know what happened to that. So we were supposed to know that the train was going to be late, because I don't think it's something that happened at the end, but maybe it's something that happened at the end, because they were so late telling us they are going to be late. But at the end, we entered the train with the 25-minute delay, and it was okay for us. We just sat down, and I went directly to sleep, or I was trying to sleep. Actually, I had my audiobook on and I was trying to rest. I finally slept a bit, and that's how the trip went. Right now, we are already in Gdansk, and I will let you enjoy the the last videos and our shenanigans. On suit les autres. Il y a l'escalator là-bas devant. Hello, welcome.
Hello guys.
after 12 hours of travel, train travel, we have arrived at Gdansk. Follow us as we explore the city.
Yes! Come with us. First day in Polonia. In Poland. Welcome, guys. Look at the city. It's so beautiful there.
Là, tu peux faire.
Pour ce voyage, je ne suis pas stressée. Pantalon. Simplement. C'est une chemise en cas de froid. Une chaussure. Classe. Simple. Élégant et confortable. Et vous ne pouvez oublier moi, bien sûr.
Cha. Tu as pas donné les marques que petit haut simple. On peut avoir un petit haut simple.
Hello. Qu'est-ce qu'on a? Petit tennis qui va avec tout, un peu de classique simple dans la simplicité. Un petit jean pour être préparé à toutes les éventualités. Petit foulard parce que voilà, il faut garder une petite classe en toute situation. Petite bulle. Et chez Fashion, parce que ouais, on fait dans le dessous.
Voilà Christelle Fashion.
Pour compléter le style. Vous voyez. Ouais. Vas-y.
Elle a gâté pour l'introduction. En tant que bonne planificatrice, sac à dos avec tout le matériel dont on a besoin. Outfit, black on black. Petite touche de couleur. Les griffes, la griffe, 3 griffes, passe partout. Ouais, c'est tout. Super élégante là. Rose.
Une semaine avant le mariage.
On prend un peu. On nourrit la poule.
Qui est là, non? On va s'ancrer.
15 quoi, raconte ici. 15 zloty. C'est ce que tu dis, hein?
15 francs de caisse, 15. Franchement, c'est déplorable. C'est déplorable. Tout un voyage. C'est déplorable.
Le Seigneur pourvoira.
Jusqu'à ce que vous vous attendez à manger.
Beaucoup de choses. Elle voulait les saucissons, les glaces, le bigos.
Dans ça, tu mets la crème.
Les beignets avec la crème.
Les sœurs, hein? 10 zloty.
Oui.
On n'a pas besoin d'écrire. C'est ce que j'aime même là vraiment. Il n'y a pas d'argent, c'est seulement comme si la pâte n'est pas bien.
Znowu broni panie Bosie. Naprawdę. No strasznie dużo.
Rzeczywiście.
Mais ceci, mais je ne sais pas si c'est Philadelphia.
Tu connais ça?
J'ai seulement vu quelqu'un tester, j'ai trouvé que c'était bien. Mais si c'est tout ce qu'elle a, je ne sais pas si elle a un autre goût.